Hello my beautiful little muglets. So today we are going over the most recent patch. It's pretty huge. It'll be actually coming tomorrow, so yes, it's just a patch note. I have a much bigger video planned sometime this week if I can ever finish the script. But yeah, a lot of new things happening. We got World Arena starting, so we're going to go over that, check out what's going on there. I did quickly read over the patch notes, but once I saw how much there was, I wanted to kind of go over it together. So with the 26th update, again tomorrow, World Arena will be starting. It is preseason, so things might change later on. There are the ranking brackets just like in normal arena, with Legendling being rank 1 to 100. You need to be level 60 or higher to participate, you don't need any currency to enter, and you need at least 10 different heroes. There will be banned heroes, as you can see down here, Soul, Baiken, and Dizzy, as they were from a Guilty Gear collaboration that a lot of new people don't have. Because this will be cross-server content, so I guess it would be kind of unfair if you're going in there with Dizzy or something and they literally could not have gotten Dizzy. I think that's a little bit weird because there's tons of heroes that people don't have. Like a lot of the Moonlight 5 stars are completely fine to throw in there, but you know, I think more people have Dizzy than Arbiter Vildred, for example. When we take into consideration that it is crossover though, I guess that does change things a little bit. Also, these artifacts, they're like exclusive artifacts that were for these guys. Portrait of the Saviors, I think, was just one of those challenge artifacts. We've had tons of those, so I don't understand why only Portrait of the Saviors is banned. Maybe because it's like the best one, or maybe just one that hasn't run through EU yet, I don't know. But yeah, it's real-time arena, live arena. You have to hit the find opponent button to actually find another, you know, online player that you're gonna fight in real time. I think that's always pretty exciting. And then the process of choosing heroes I think is also pretty interesting. I've seen this same system in King's Raid. I'm sure it's present in a lot of other games, but basically it requires a lot more strategy than usual and quick thinking, because here we can see the order of how things worked. So I guess whoever starts first is random, but so whoever's picked first will select a hero, then the other person will select 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, like that. Players cannot select the same hero, so that's going to be a big thing as well. Whoever goes first can pick like their best one, but then after all 5 are selected, you can each ban one of your opponent's heroes, which can probably make for some pretty infuriating matchups. Like if your enemy has like really good knowledge about the game, they might be able to spot the key unit you have in there and take them out. You could of course play around that by having no units that make or break a team, but in a lot of cases it's not going to be that good of a team then. Or just have 2 units that fill sort of the same role, and as long as they're there, everything will mostly work out. But yeah, it's really going to come down to quick thinking, strategy, and I think it'll be pretty interesting for sure, but probably more frustrating than normal arena. I don't think there actually is an auto button here. It'll just be only manual available, which I mean, you should manual arena anyway. And you have 15 seconds to decide which hero to attack. So I know when I'm going to go into Epic 7 and make my first recording, I'm just going to be rambling on about some stupid shit, and my heroes are just going to do some random stuff and be like, oh well. And yeah, at least for that hero, it'll be like you're on auto. They'll attack what they usually attack as if it was on auto. No Protector's Punishment, so I mean that makes sense. We're both live here, so it'd be kind of unfair to have one or the other have this punishment. There will be Battle Frenzy though, which increases the damage dealt while decreasing max health and healing, so it'll just force the battle to be over quicker. No Guardians or Supporters, that makes sense, like normal arena, but it looks like we will have souls. Yes, soul burn can be used. If all heroes die simultaneously due to reflected damage, the match will end in a draw. There's obviously someone out there that reflects damage, but yeah, I wouldn't know. That sounds weird. If the match is over 30 minutes long, it'll just be a defeat for both of you guys, I guess. I literally hope no match comes to being that long. This is like that for normal arena as well. Opponent will be found based on your victory points, so matchmaking. As time passes, the range of victory points is increased as an opponent is found, so you don't have to wait so long, but you might get a mismatched match. No rewards for this mode, which automatically makes it less interesting, but I'm surely gonna try it. It does say players may earn rewards through separate participation events. Don't know what that means. Maybe it tells you to go play it. I mean, ultimately, this type of content really depends on people playing it, because it's live, and if you don't find a match, you know, no one can play it. So hopefully at least everyone will give it a few tries. You can also express your feelings using emojis. Well, from what I can see there aren't any super offensive ones, I guess. That Aether sticking her tongue out at you though. Don't know if I'd want that one. Doing that right before they wipe your team? I'd probably need to buy a new phone. But yeah, alright, looking forward to trying that. I don't really expect any surprises there. It's probably gonna go how I think it's gonna go. Benevolent Romann, new Moonlight 4-star. He is garbage. I already read his skills because I was like, oh cool. He is interesting, but he still sounds kind of bad, you know? So he has a passive which, once you completely mull Agora that, he is fully immune to combat readiness decrease. Which sounds good, but like, the only reason you'd really need that is to like use Mana Arrow. You can Soul Burn it to have a 100% chance to use Mana Burst, and when you use Mana Burst, you'll decrease their combat readiness by between 10 and 50%. It's 2 RNG. And unlike someone like Bazaar, where he will definitely decrease their combat readiness, not only can Romann's be only 10%, but it can be resisted or rendered useless by an immunity set. So, yeah. And then his ult is just an AoE silence. Also, he can dispel 1 buff. But still, on an ult, 60% silence is not enough. It goes up to 75% chance, still not enough. And then 1 buff, also not really enough, because if there's a Moonlight Cecilia on the other team, they'll have a barrier, and it might just remove that instead. Also have hero balance adjustments. We got a buff for Ravi. A lot of people were hoping for ML Ravi buffs, and she has got them. I thought she was already pretty good. I don't have her though, so what am I to say? But basically with her passive, she used to get 5% per 20 fighting spirit, so when she can hold 100 fighting spirit, that gives her a max of 25%. But now, she just has 30% crit chance all the time, regardless of fighting spirit. I think that's a massive buff in itself. She doesn't ever need more than 70% crit chance at any time. Besides that, her ult got a pretty massive buff as well. When she would kill someone with her ult, before she would just revive 1 random dead ally with 10% health before granting skill nullifier ones. She'll do that same thing, but now increase their combat readiness by 100%. That's crazy. A very nice buff. I heard from Az, who does have her and uses her, that her ult can do some solid damage, probably enough to kill someone that isn't maybe at full health or is on the squishier side. And since ML Ravi herself is a very tanky hero, she is the most likely one to be left alive and can actually use this revive and increase her combat readiness by 100%, so very nice. We also got a buff for normal Kisa. Damage dealt increases by 70% when the target is buffed. Doesn't need that barrier like before. She was really good for Wyvern because Wyvern covered itself in barriers and, you know, 70% extra damage. Now it's just buffs, so she can be viable in more places now, which is cool. Also got a buff for Nocturne. Basically it's the same, but if she criticals, she'll get a barrier for herself proportional to her attack. So it's not a huge thing, but still pretty cool. Also got a buff for Normal Cart. I don't know how many people use Normal Cart, but his buff sounds okay. Nothing groundbreaking, but he'll now have a up to 100% chance to decrease attack for 2 turns and deal extra damage when he's under 75% health instead of 50% health. Again, not that huge for those that do use Cart, but it's not bad. Dingo also got a buff to his Quick Grill skill. He'll now heal himself, in addition to everything else before, and get extra damage proportional to the amount he recovered. He also got a buff to his Free Dinner skill. He'll now also increase critical hit chance for 2 turns. That must be the typical critical hit chance buff like CDOM has, 50%. That's pretty crazy. Dispelling all buffs and increasing critical hit chance for 2 turns. 5-turn cooldown's a bit long for a 2-turn crit chance buff, but it's still obviously a lot better than it was before, and cleanser crit chance buff? Very interesting. Oh yeah, but this is Dingo we're talking about, so that cooldown, you know, first of all, it's getting decreased by a turn just because. Then he'll get himself an extra turn, and every time an enemy dies, whether that's by him or someone else, the cooldown for it goes down again. So you could potentially get that buff way more often than it sounds like. But yeah, we got a drop rate up for Crow. They're dropping banners left and right here. That's pretty crazy. Crow I've always kind of wanted, but I'm more thinking Team Tywin for that AoE defense break probably. Crow's pretty good, I think. I don't see him too much anymore actually. So we're gonna have like 3 banners going at once. Dien, Assyria, Crow. So many banners. We also have pet improvements and other adjustments. I highly doubt they're going to make pets pick up stuff, but let's see. All right, so they were supposed to give us daily pet achievements. That's not happening, it looks like, but we will be able to get a free pet daily. Okay, that's cool, I guess. Just go to your pet house. I don't even buy pets anymore because for what they do, they're way too expensive. I learned my lesson. I've already talked about this in a bunch of other different videos. I guess I'm not over it yet, but short story is I spent 5.5 million gold for literally nothing to happen. I'm gonna stop talking about it now. I'm over it. Okay, this is a cool little quality of life thing. The lobby pets will give you a gift every 22 hours now instead of 24. That was super annoying because like if you're off by a few minutes, you know, every day, then it's eventually just going to be too late and you have to wait until the morning to pick it up. In repeat battling, after a hero reaches max level option in the repeat battle settings, that's pretty nice. You can see what you've gotten on your run so far. Some UI improvements, nothing special. New pets. Oh, limited time pets? You can only obtain these pets during the designated period. Are they just visually different? Okay, yeah, they're probably just visually different. That snowflake one looks like something a 2-year-old drew. No offense, artists. Yeah, the performance of the new pets is the same as existing pets, so really just a visual thing. Additional improvements and fixes. I'm gonna read through these, tell you if there's anything special in there. Improvements will be made so that players can move 2 or more heroes or artifacts at the same time from the hero storage menu. Yeah, that's cool. Sometimes I would have like 10 of those dudes and it would suck to be like tap, wait forever for it to pop up, tap. They also say at a later time, we will also be adding a function where players can directly sell stuff. That's cool. And it looks like they're gonna be reorganizing the arena shop as well. So all those little boxes will have the specific season equipment in them. Yeah, mostly just a bunch of tiny things, nothing really worth mentioning. All little bug fixes are cool and everything, and UI improvements, whatever. Everything that makes it just that little bit better that you don't really notice, but it's there. It's always cool. So yeah, main things, you know, preseason arena. We got some hero buffs, solid ones, especially for ML Ravi. I think that's actually mostly it, because this new hero, I don't think anyone's gonna care about him. Maybe the Crow banner though, for someone that wants Crow. I think I'll probably skip it, to be honest. Wait for Charles or Tywin to come back, we'll see. But yeah, I guess that'll pretty much do it for today's video. But also, as it is the 25th, Merry Christmas to our American viewers. I don't know who else celebrates Christmas on the 25th. I just know here in Europe it's like the 24th, so I said that yesterday. But yeah, Merry Christmas to everyone else. Yeah, hopefully you're not watching this in like August or something. But why would you watch a patch note video in August? That'd be kind of weird. Anyway, thanks as always for watching, and until next time.